Welcome to Atmanramayana, where timeless wisdom meets modern insight. Join me, Svetanusha, and our resident expert Srini as we embark on a journey through the sacred narrative of the Ramayana. So let's talk more about Puna leader. So you said there should be a balance of Shiva and Shakti.
Yes.
So what is the healthy balance of these two energies?
Okay. So let us start with understanding, first of all, what is the role of a leader. So the role of a leader is to put it in a very simplistic way to deliver the desired results, which he or she is striving for. And in that process, basically we are looking at two elements. The first element is what he or she is duty bound to achieve those results in just and fair fashion.
Okay.
And the second one is where he or she is expected to optimize the resources given and be kind and compassionate to what is available. So that means as much as I am running towards my results, I need to be kind and compassionate towards the ecosystem that I am working with. So I cannot be exploiting the earth and its resources saying I need to achieve my desired results. I cannot be exploiting the people and other things who are there with us. So when you look at the right balance between Shiva and Shakti, the objective is first and foremost is am I fair in my dealings? And that is where in the Kartavya part, Dharma plays a big role. So today, are we fair in conducting ourselves as leaders? So, or do we go and give, say for example, lot of comfort to convenience over convention? So today many of our decisions at businesses are driven by convenience, not by convention. So we are okay to float the rules. We are okay to make shortcuts. Why? Because at the end of the day in the balance sheet only results appear. What doesn't appear is how did you arrive it and those aspects. Whereas when you look at Ramayana clearly talks about it. As much as we are looking for the results, there is a way you conduct yourself for achieving those results. So for example, in some of the elements that you look at, so say for example, dharma is very important. Then the pact with prosperity is very important. There cannot be greed where you go back and say to achieve my results, I am ready to exploit everything around me. Because we also have a responsibility towards the future generations. So we need to remember that this planet has been given to us as loan from our great grandchildren. And if it is a loan, we have to ensure that this planet goes back to the next few generations the way it was given, or probably better than that. So it's a baton that has been passed to us. But today, if you look at as leaders, we are so preoccupied with our quarterly results and the year end that we are not even worried what is or how is the planet going to look 2 years down the line. Is it the right way to do it? The same thing is happening on the Shakti side. You look at, there are people who are ready to work with you. There are people who have ready to come and help achieve your goal. But do we deal with a degree of kindness? Do we deal with a degree of humility? Do we deal with a degree of devotion towards them? No. Today, unfortunately, we look people as resources and not as assets. And when you look people as resources, then the whole objective is I can use and throw them. And if you again go back to Ramayana and look at it, you will see Rama doesn't do that at any point of time. In fact, in the Yuddha Kanda, there are commentaries written how Rama would daily in the night go and look at his army and people who would die, he would do the final rites for them. And whereas Ravan wouldn't be bothered to see how many died and what. And over a period of time, people started noticing that. And there were questions asked to Ravan and Vibhishan. Why shouldn't we be fighting for Rama? Because he is kind and compassionate to people who have given their lives for during his process. So employees, stakeholders do and are bothered about that. So as much as we don't note that, but they are bothered about it. Does my leader conduct himself or herself with kindness? Is there a degree of compassion in way they conduct ourselves, or is he or she only bothered about getting the results done? So Purna leader is one who has a healthy blend of both.
Okay.
So we are not expecting all of us to be very kind, sweet, and not deliver the results. We're definitely expecting to deliver results, but you can achieve a given result in multiple ways.
So, what degree of this karuna should be there for this Purna leader? Because too much selflessness, too much of compassion may also be termed as being people pleaser.
So being people pleaser is when I am not having my focus or having lost my focus over my kartavya. So if my kartavya is steadfast, in the sense that I know what is my role, what is the duty, what is the goals to be achieved, and in that process if I am completely aligned to people, there is nothing wrong in that. The question is when I am ready to compromise on my kartavya, I am diluting my goal, I am diluting the purpose for which I started, just because I have to please people, then we are in trouble. And that is the healthy balance. So if I do put it in a 2x2 quadrant, on the x-axis typically you will find karuna, and on y-axis you will typically find kartavya. And you have to balance both to be able to get that 9-box kind of a thing. So if I am forgetting kartavya, only focusing on karuna, then we are in trouble. Then we become people pleasers. So I am ready to compromise on the goal just to ensure that I keep you comfortable, then that's not the right thing.
So is there a perfect example in Ramayana where there is this perfect example of karuna and kartavya?
Oh yes, so if you look at, so the biggest example will be when Ram Setu was being built.